Hello, and welcome back to the Goodfellas podcast, the podcast where two mates talk absolute shite for your entertainment. I'm Sean.
And I'm Clark. And we got two more mates who can talk shite with us here. They look like long lost brothers.
They do indeed.
Yeah.
Quadruple the shite today.
Yeah.
Do you want to introduce yourselves, guys?
James, go ahead.
All right. I'm McGee.
Whoa.
That's enough.
36.
That's all we need. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am Javier, also known as a soul survivor.
Oh.
And I'm from Antwerp, 37 years old, and my favorite color is blue. That's about it.
Oh, wow. Someone's prepared.
Nice. He's got a whole word spreadsheet, like Excel spreadsheet ready, hasn't he?
It's always been blue.
Yeah, it has.
That explains Argentina, Messi, and all that.
Indeed. It's ingrained within me.
Sadly.
I suppose generally, how are you guys today? It being a bit of a special episode, I suppose, for us. Obviously, all of us, it's Father's Day today, so it's a special one. Father's Day in UK.
Yeah, happy Father's Day, lads.
Happy Father's Day to you both.
Happy Father's Day.
Likewise, to you too.
And how's your days been? Have you had good days?
Yeah, busy for me. Just working all weekend, home, family round, and then had the podcast. So just ran around trying to get the place organised for jumping on. Yeah, it's been good though. Pretty good.
Nice. Like, you had your sister over, didn't you?
Yeah, man. Just an unexpected visit. That's by the time we got dinner, got Lockie in his bath and bed and stuff. Yeah, man. It's been a pretty chill day, man. Really good.
Nice. And also great news about Kelsey and Stephen.
Yeah.
Expect them.
Are they?
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations to them.
4 months, man. They kept that quiet.
Bloody hell.
It's been I forget who kind of knew because it's like well past the 12 weeks. She got her 20-week scan just on Tuesday there.
Cool.
So obviously some people knew, but she hadn't
Yeah.
posted it. So she was trying to find the right time, and then Father's Day came around. So perfect.
Yeah. And it's a baby girl, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
Right.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Can't
Oh,
wait.
yeah,
Can't
congratulations
wait.
to them. Yeah.
Congrats to them.
It'll be great, man. Can't wait. Honestly, we're all absolutely buzzing for them both. It's great.
Lovely. Javier.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's stick to soul. That might be easier. No, my day's been pretty chill. Spent some time with the family and then got back home, enjoying the good weather, and got everything set up to talk to you guys.
Is it Father's Day for you?
Actually, no. I think it might be for the rest of Belgium, but here in Antwerp specifically, both Father's Day and Mother's Day are celebrated on different days. Don't ask me why, but that's how it is over here. We like to be different, apparently.
Interesting.
Special Antwerp, eh?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Actually,
Well-
Father's Day here is on the 19th of March.
That's near to our Mother's Day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's quite early.
Yeah,
It's
could
quite
be.
early, yeah.
Yeah.
Way early.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough.
So I was saying to Clark when it turned up, we always say like, "How was your day?" and stuff and that. And I said, my day started amazing. Mason came in, woke him up about just before 8 o'clock, had my toast, and I was taking some stuff downstairs. I fell down halfway down my stairs, right on my ass. I like, smashed my arm, everything into like the banister and all of that. I've got like bruises coming up and everything. So I was like, "Oh, it was a great day to Father's Day." A good
No
start.
sympathy from any of us.
No, I know you're not.
Yeah.
We're celebrating. Yeah.
Yeah, we were celebrating the other night when it was us and Carb.
Oh yeah, without me, I heard. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose really before we get into the episode, just for obviously all the listeners and viewers, just to remind you to subscribe and follow. Like we said, all our socials, follow our link tree.
Yeah.
Obviously you can use our Beers affiliate link, Beers of Europe affiliate link, should I say?
Yeah.
And if you want to buy us a coffee, you can buy us a coffee on buy us a
5,
coffee.
10 or 15 grand, we don't mind.
It'll help.
Sol and McGee are generously donating 500 quid each per week. That's lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Cheers, lads.
You're welcome.
Anytime.
Like I said, it's going to be a bit of a loose episode. I just got a few
It should
things.
be. It should be.
We'll just bounce around. I've got some things now, but obviously for you next to me,
Yeah.
I need to present to you the beer.
Sorry, lads.
Unfortunately, I didn't send you guys any beers, so
You got a drink,
you
Glenn?
should have a drink.
Or can you get a drink?
Oh,
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Come
Give us a
prepared.
review.
Yeah.
So,
it wasn't,
Nice
it wasn't
Moretti.
Beers of Europe. It was just, the co-op.
Scott,
that's right.
Scott Med. Yeah.
Yeah, that was all right. So,
Oh,
seeing as Scotland didn't have any good beers for me to get,
wow.
I had to search the other country of our guest from Seoul.
Oh,
So this was
Yeah.
actually a recommendation from someone on YouTube. We had a comment, and one of the guys, I can't remember the name, but he basically had, you should try these beers. I think he went from
Okay.
Belgium as well.
all
So I
right.
present to you triple or triple Carmelist or Carmelite. Carmelite. Don't know if you've
Wow.
ever seen that one before.
See that, so? Probably not.
No, not really. No.
It's 8.4%
Fucking hell.
from a small bottle. Most Belgian beers are.
Yeah, remember the ones we had when we went to
Man.
that cafe? And that was
Oh,
like,
no, it's Carmelit. Yeah, I know it. I'm
Carmelit.
sorry.
I mean, these are, yeah, see, we're butchering it every time.
no, you're
No,
butchered.
but it's no worries, no worries. I was thinking you were bringing in a Spanish beer.
Oh my god, I have butchered that.
Jesus.
I do have another beer if we get through these, and you're still thirsty.
Oh, you joke about having a fake, but literally, look at that one.
Takes time to
God,
settle.
I mean, mine's mine's not much better. It's just-
bloody hell.
Oh, I butchered that. Like,
Sorry.
Hey.
I'm gonna have to give it a minute because I want to give it a true rating, and
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get fucking phone.
While you wait, when I went out earlier. I went to like a local kind of dance cultural show thing going on near me, and they had like little stalls and stuff and that.
Yeah,
And I bought something for you to have. Well, to try, me and you, we can have together. Do you like Jamaican patties?
love Jamaican patties.
I got us 2 Jamaican patties. Sorry, guys, again, I can't give you a Jamaican patty over there.
I don't know. I don't know. Actually, to be fair, I don't think those two would eat a Jamaican patty.
These are homemade, so we've got a jerk chicken one,
Oh, cheers, mate.
and then there's a beef and cheese one. So I brought the knife so we could do half each.
All right.
So we can I'll cut them in half, and we'll do half each and try them both.
I don't think that'd be up Glenn's alley. I don't think
Do you not like a pasty or anything like that?
it's not
Yeah,
quite a
there's a
pasty.
cheese.
though.
Well, it's like similar. It's paste. It's like a different type of pastry in it, and then you just
Yeah.
filled in that. There you go.
Cheers, dog.
All right.
Lovely.
Do you want to try that first?
Yeah.
Let's have a bite of this.
Lush.
So some guy was hand making them, and I was like, I gotta buy some and try
Yeah,
them.
love.
So they're good.
Well, thank you.
We'll do our first sip in a minute.
So, what is the first sip of your drink like?
I present to you.
Oh my god, I've never seen that before.
oh,
Very well.
Good.
Wow.
Very nice.
Yeah. That stings the nostrils. That does.
Yeah, I can recommend it. Bit strong though.
All right.
Right,
Right.
should we go for a sip? Right.
Cheers.
Cheers, you lads.
Cheers.
Father's
Cheers,
Day.
lads.
cheers.
Oh,
See? Even though it's 8.4%,
that's still quite crisp.
that's not like a
No.
strong one like what we had.
Not like
when we met
not
over.
like what we had over there.
That is actually a really nice.
Remember,
beer.
like we got that one and it was really dark and it was like
We ordered the wrong
oh.
thing, didn't we? 'Cause-
Yeah.
Was it? We said we wanted Duvella or something, I think, didn't we? We
Yeah.
wanted something else, and then he brought out, and we were like, "Oh, that's not what we wanted."
Yeah.
And it was like ridiculous. It was like dark, like a dark ale, wasn't it? Almost.
Yeah. But lovely.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So really, I just wanted to go into a bit of nostalgia first, lads. To be honest with you, like I said, me and Clark, we've obviously mentioned you guys before. We're obviously friends with you, been friends with you, best mates with you for a while. We've kind of said how we've met, but I just thought to get it from your kind of point of view. So one each, we'll take it in turns. Just literally kind of how you got into gaming when you were younger, kind of things you and then leading up to how you basically met us, I suppose. And it's been nice to get it on the flip side, you know, get a story, the backstory from yourselves.
Yeah.
So I don't mind who goes first.
Do you want age before beauty, so?
I don't know who's who then in that case.
You're the
No, I
oldest
can go
one,
first if you want.
Yeah, go for it. Dude.
I think my very first console was a Super Nintendo, a SNES, I think
Yeah.
it's called in the UK.
Yeah.
I got that one when I was, I don't even know, maybe 8 or 9 years old. I was only allowed to play like 1 hour during the weekends. So, but even then, like the roots of the gaming were planted in me.
Yep.
So, and it grew from there. After that, I got the PlayStation. I got all of them, 1 to 6, and then a couple Xboxes as well. And then when the PlayStation 2 came around, I was introduced to the online gaming world through a game called SOCOM. And then
Oh,
afterwards came all the Call of Duties. And when I met you guys was during Black Ops 2.
Yep.
First I met Carp, another mutual friend we have that we play with.
oh
And
nine.
then I was looking for a team to play competitive Call of Duty. And I was looking around on some forums because back in the day, most teams had like their own forum where you could communicate with each other.
For sure.
And I
It
asked, I think it was Night Cruiser or Ninja, one of the two.
was Night Cruiser.
Recruited you.
And he said to me, "Yeah, you can hop on and try out with us during league play on Black Ops 2."
Yeah.
And then I joined the lobby, and I think I'm pretty sure it was you two, and I can't really remember who the fourth was. But in any case, I met you guys that time and that day, I mean. And
Amazed, weren't you?
Yeah, what was your initial thoughts of us?
no, actually, I think if I have to be honest, it clicked very quickly between us.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
our personalities matched
Right.
very well, and
Yeah.
our
It
playing
was.
style as well, which is why we were so successful back in the day as a team.
Yeah.
But no, I really felt really comfortable playing with you guys, and it only grew from there.
Yeah. No, it did.
That was
didn't
good. I like that.
it? Yeah, it did. What about you, Henderson?
I'm trying to remember. I think it was the Sega Mega Drive. Was the first console I can remember properly playing, and that was like, if I really think, I think it was like a Lion King game or something.
I loved the
You had to
Lion
like
King
go along
game.
like do different like
Yeah.
jumps and
Yeah.
stuff.
That was a
Um,
great game.
I remember that. That's as early as I can remember. And then it went from there to like the N64, like the Golden Eye, like era, like Mario Kart and stuff. It was actually my big brother David that got me into the N64. Was he? I think there's a story behind it where my mum gave him £100 to look after us, me and Kelsey, one weekend, and took £100 and went and bought an N64 for himself. Anyway, he played off like, I gave them something to do over the weekend, like,
Yeah.
and then went from that to like the PlayStations and Xboxes, and it was Xbox Live, like the original Xbox. That's where Halo 2 obviously came in, and that's where
Oh, yeah.
that's where we that's where we met up. Like Saul said, you had the online forum, so you had the Halo 2 forum, and then I remember
What forum that was, by the way.
insane. But I remember it being, it was just trying to find UK players because you know what it's like time difference wise and like the
Yeah.
lag. And if you think that's back in like 2005,
Yeah.
where like if you had a 2 GB, if you had a 2 MB download, you were like, wow, this
You're a
guy
god.
speaks like crazy.
Yeah.
Went from met up with like the UK forum. Well, UK sort of team went together a wee bit, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then we met through that. That's when me and Clark then met. And we just started. I don't think we ever really separated from that point, did we? We just kind of
No.
we were always together. And then
Yeah, that was it.
even at the death of Halo 2, through the rest of the games, any game really, maybe barring maybe a couple of years where
It was only Black Ops 2 and Ghosts. That was it.
a couple of years maybe went by. But I moved. I remember I moved out of my mum's and I never had internet connections or anything. So there was a couple of years that sort of went by where I never really played, and that's where Sean and Saul and you guys had sort of, started joining in and getting to know. And then I came back, and then that's it. And it's from PlayStation to Xbox to PlayStation to Xbox, and then
It was a bit, wasn't it?
Yeah, we did jump around quite a bit.
Yeah.
and then and then now we're here. Now
Yeah.
we're here, 30 mid-30s, still going strong after what? That'll be what, 20 years, me and you,
20
Clark?
years.
At
Yeah,
least.
20 years.
I was 15, so yeah, 20 years, 21 years.
Yeah, 20, 21 years, and then I think you met Tin like within 2 years that we met because it was COD 4.
Yeah.
I
I
would
was-
have been. I was
I
about.
made yeah.
I'm trying to think. I had that flat. That you guys came up. Maybe you guys came up and visited. So I would have been about
First time
22,
First time
23, I think.
that was 2012.
Cool, was it?
Yeah, so 20, 22, 22, 23 years old. That's when. So we'd obviously been talking before that as well, with Sean. So yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Well, COD 4 was like 2007.
Yeah, because the three of us played that
So
a lot, didn't we?
no, that was good though. Yeah, that's it. And up until now.
So
There
yeah,
we go.
like literally, if you think about it, I've known Glenn McGee for. By the way, anyone listening, we might call McGee several different names
He has multiple
during this
names.
podcast. But I've known McGee for 21 years. I've known Soul. Well, now Soul, that's 13, isn't it?
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah,
12, yeah.
must be, yeah.
2012. And obviously, I known you games with you the whole life, and I've literally spent that long carrying all your.
I thought that wasn't going to be a nice story at all.
No, but it's obviously been amazing. It shows like that we're doing this podcast, how close we all are. I think it's brilliant. Like, and obviously, I'm sure we'll get into it later. The road trip was fucking amazing.
Yeah, it was.
Amazing.
That was one of the best weekends ever. That just
Yeah,
coming, even
it's one of my top 5 holidays.
just getting just for us traveling as well, like a different country. But then the reason going to that country is like,
Yeah.
it's not like you can get a direct flight from Edinburgh. You can't just go to
Or Bristol, remember? Yeah.
Yeah. No, you can.
Yeah,
You can go you can go to I think it's Bruges or Brussels or something. There's a flight.
Yeah.
Wherever the
Oh,
main one is. But to Antwerp, like to have that road trip and go, and even Antwerp as a city itself was like, it's so nice. Like you just
Yeah.
don't appreciate it. Like
Yeah.
it's super European. That's probably the only way I can describe it.
Yeah, yeah.
It was really nice. And like that square we went up to, when we went to the car park and we went up in that square bit, that was a lovely area where we did the VR. Twice, yeah, twice.
I even said to you guys during the first evening you guys were here, when we were eating the pizza, I think I said to you guys, I can't believe, like, from me joining a forum like 15 years ago to now having you guys at my table at my home.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That was special.
It was nice.
It's
It was
unbelievable, but also like it shows how close we all are. Really, done it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like, and like, because from my point of view, like, obviously McGee I met through a forum as well, and he was my best man. Obviously, I've known Tin since birth, so it is what it is. But Soul, like, if you were in the UK, mate, I'm sure I would have had you as like a usher or something as well, because we're that close.
I would have.
Yeah, well, no, yeah. Well, I was talking for myself.
Yeah. It's quite telling though that it's when I remember the first time I came down to Bristol, and that would be over 10 years ago probably now. And everyone, I remember thinking when I went down, people would be thinking, this like weirdo from online is coming down to like spend the clock. And it was within like 10 minutes of meeting, I was like, oh, right, can totally understand why they're like, they're like good mates and like sound and everything's all right. It's not like some freaky weirdo or something like.
Yeah, like the weirdness was like quickly extinguished, wasn't it?
And we were going to Souls. I mentioned to people like at work and things like, oh, we're going to go meet a mate we game online with, and they'd be like, "What, do you know him?" I was like, "Yeah, I know him." I'm like, "Have you ever met him before?" And all that. I was like, "No, but I know what he looks like. I know he's got a family and kids." And they're like, "Oh," and they're like thinking like we're going to go, could be like mass murder over there, it's just going to like kill us. And
our Airbnb guy was a mass murderer.
Yeah, he was. He was. I was fearing my life at night time.
He's a big bloke, wasn't he?
Especially when McGee put me nearest to the door. He was like, "You can go nearest the door," and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll be the first on the kill list."
To be fair, the first time me and Clark ever met was in a super like dark car park in the middle of Birmingham, like in the back of some random hotel. That could have went so wrong.
Yeah, honestly. But like also, like I remember on my wedding day when you said that, and I feel so gutted because McGee was like, "And what did you say?" And I was like, "Fuck, I can't remember." I know. To this day, I still feel bad, but obviously, I recognise that smile anywhere, and that was it. Then, wasn't it? We were like, "Sorry."
not a weird thing to shout at someone across a car park.
I know that's what I was like, yeah.
Because had you like generally, had you actually ever seen his face fall at each other?
Not really. Like, it
what was it, Bebo and stuff like that? You remember Bebo?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
but it's not like nowadays, where it's like I knew exactly what Soul looked like in 2024. It was like 2006, wasn't it?
I mean, that was just definite. It was just photos, I guess.
All I remember is that McGee would only ever wear a photo of a beanie hat.
Okay.
So when he had it, I was like, oh yeah, that's.
Well, look what the effect of the beanie hat's done to his head. Took all his hair off.
Oh yeah.
It was more like a tea cozy, in fairness.
Yeah.
Well, Soul's completely different. Like generally, Soul, because the only photo I used to see was like one on Facebook.
And you look Spanish.
Yeah. And completely different to meet you, and I was just like, oh my god, you're like the ultimate catfish, like completely different.
Yeah, it is what it is. But no, what I also wanted to mention is that the first moments when I met you guys, there was no like weird awkwardness or anything. Everybody was exactly like we knew each other online. We were like that in real life as well. It's not like someone was really different in person or anything. Like everything was so fluid and just natural. It was really nice.
Yeah, no, I gotta say there was not one awkward moment. Like when I met McGee or like when I met you, there was not one awkward moment.
Nah, man, never. It's never been like that.
No.
No.
I suppose kind of like gaming and that. I suppose really like obviously we said we've played COD a lot. Obviously, probably most titles since 2004. I don't think I've not played one since COD 4. So not 2004, from COD 4.
2007, yeah.
2007. Which leads me to ask you, what's your favourite COD, guys, of all time you've played?
I think get pure gameplay wise, like just the actual game, probably. I think I'm gonna have to say Black Ops 1.
Oh, okay.
But it's very tied with Black Ops 2 because not only was that like a great competitive game, but also I met you guys there and we started a team. So it's one of the two. It can change every day for me.
Was Black Ops 2 your peak or Ghosts your peak?
You mean peak in skill wise?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say Ghosts because I remember I raged a lot on Ghosts. Whether that was Mindfall or not, I don't know. But that game brought the worst out of me at times. Actually, AW is where I met McGee for the first time, I think.
Very briefly. McGee played it briefly.
I never played a lot of that, but I definitely met you for the first time then.
I fucking hated that game.
I think AW was kind of a very necessary breath of fresh air in the Call of Duty franchise.
Yeah.
Because after Ghost, there was a lot of criticism that it was always the same. So Advanced Warfare with the new movement and stuff was kind of a nice breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
I feel like it went, because I hated Advanced Warfare. I couldn't get on with it.
That's your worst COD.
It was my worst COD. I couldn't get on with the movement stuff too much. Even though like now you've got Black Ops 6 with the Omni movement, which is like completely different. You haven't got the flying in the air and stuff. I feel like it went from, it said boots on the ground, 3 lanes, to the high spectrum of what you could change it to. And then I feel like when you had Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4 with like the wall run in, and it wasn't as much as you're dashing in the air left, right and stuff. I felt like that was the right balance.
Black Ops 3 was perfect.
I feel that was like the perfect balance for that.
Almost perfect, I would say.
You guys agree? Did you like the wall running and everything? Because it wasn't so much. I mean, you must have liked it.
Glenn loved Black Ops 3, mate.
You loved that.
I mean, that's the only game I could hands down say was probably the best out of the 4 of them. No, I did like Black Ops 3. That was a bit different. I hated Advanced Warfare. I can actually remember, this is a fact, Clark actually bought me the game and sent, like, he had it delivered to my house, I remember, and I thought, right, I'm going to have to give this a try and just see what it's all about.
I guilt tripped you.
I hated it, and I thought this is awful. Like it was just like, but then it was you know how long they last, like 6 months or something like that, and the next game's
Yeah.
out. But Black Ops 3, the Modern Warfare's that was when I thought that's when we played that so much, like MW and MW2. I remember the Red Tiger skins and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like the
MW1.
Barrett.
COD
Yeah.
4
Nice.
was
Brilliant.
phenomenal.
Those early rounds were phenomenal.
Remember MW3, our streak we had? Remember it was face-off, you could do 3v3?
3v3.
And we all
that's
went
right.
over 100 matches without losing.
Yeah. That was ace. But I can't think of another one that tops any of them, to be honest.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. So you wouldn't say Ghost? It's got to be Black Ops 2 then for you, your peak?
I think if I'm honest, if you're talking pure competitive standpoint, I think my best game was one that I don't think we actually played together. I think it was World War II. Was one of the Sledgehammer games.
I played it with you.
When was that? What timeline was that?
Oh, it's before like Cold War and all that. It was
What after the jetpacks?
yeah.
I think it was. I don't know if you remember this, but I actually played Red Reserve in a tournament on that game.
Did you?
Yeah, I still have pictures from it, but that I think
on Red Reserve at the time?
no, it was who was it? Zero and I think Mad Cat.
Shit.
Well, you really fell off,
yeah.
didn't you?
Sorry?
You play against them, with them?
No, against them.
Oh, I thought you was on him. I was like, really?
No. It was a tournament that I played against them. But if you ask me which, like pure skill wise, I think that was my peak.
Interesting.
Yep.
Fair play.
I don't think I've ever come down from my peak, so I've always been up there. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's weird.
That's funny. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
I don't know really. For me, I'm really enjoying Black Ops 6 at the moment.
That says a lot about you.
You're not enjoying it?
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. I don't know. Black Ops 2 was probably our peak. Gotta be.
I mean, I think my peak stretches about 11 years, so it's hard to... No, I would probably say Ghosts, because we were like semi-professional for a fair few of those GBs, weren't we?
Yeah.
We were playing a lot of teams. I know Glenn wasn't around for that, but we were on the first page. Remember me and Shawnee, we had that duos? Went undefeated against a few UK pros. And we were just in GBs a lot. Probably say that was my best for Black Ops 2. But us in Black Ops 3, the four of us, like we did it for the whole year, we had about 150 GBs and we won. I looked at it, we won 98 of them.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't too bad, really. Record. I used to love the GB setup as well. Go on, get a match. Oh, shit.
It was that, you search for a match, you put your parameters in, wasn't it? And then, like, you wait and then you find it. Oh, who we got? And you see the names.
Oh, my God.
Then you have to, then you had to invite one of them. You had to add them on your Xbox or PlayStation, didn't you? Invite them into it, then they invite them in, bam, bam, set it up. And then, I enjoyed that. We played a couple of little tournaments as well, didn't we? Entered a couple of online.
Yeah, we did. Well, the best we did on Black Ops 3, we got to top 8 out of 256 teams. I don't know if you guys remember that, but we got through like 6 rounds or whatever that would have been. And it was top 8. And if we would have got through that, we would then have got the chance to play. I think it was at the time, the pros were doing like 2Ks, 5Ks, 10Ks online. Yeah. And we would have got a chance, if we won it, to go against them. Obviously, we didn't.
No.
The top 8 in mind. That's like almost semi-professional level. We were good at Black Ops 3.
Considering it's online as well is quite an achievement.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, massively. What would be, well, we've kind of said, what's your kind of, we said like non-favorite COD. What's kind of like a moment which stands out for you guys when we played, like a funny story or
clutch
moment, yeah, something like that, something which has stood out over the course of the COD games we've played. Now, it might be quite a stretch because you could really not think about that maybe, but
or a couple.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably crack off. There was two for me, and I think it was just to help you guys maybe a bit. Was we've mentioned it already, the ghost match. Me, you, Sol, Shawnee against obviously Carp, Zod, Wiz, and someone else won it. Stealth won it, yeah, which was good. But I also, the moments, it's more of the non-competitive side of things. You know, when we have like a laugh and stuff, and you remember this, McG, like when we played Modern Warfare 3, like Infected, and you have like those end of the night moments, and you just have a few hours on there or something, and some of the comms and laughs I had out of that was probably some of my best I've probably had on COD of Duty.
Without a doubt, right? Whenever we've done zombies,
Yeah.
mate, and we're like, he's fucking behind me!
There's like a chain of them running at you or something. But yeah, is there anything like that you guys like, or something which sticks out for you?
And obviously, you can even take it back to Halo because like your whole game.
Any game, definitely COD.
Just what you were saying there, Sean. I know what you're talking about. That one you jumped out the window and it's just like slow motion as the nuke's going off, and it's like swim.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, I'll never forget that. That was class. For me, I guess the Halo 2 like LAN tournaments were great. Like down in Birmingham, obviously the reason why I went down and met Clark because we'd been teaming for
years,
ages at that point. Going into the FFA and getting top 8, but just not just like scraping my way to top 8 and that. It was just like
smashing
round after round after round, like winning every single one. And then dumping out the guy that everyone thought was going to win, and I was just like slammed out, jumped up, like shouting at him in front of everyone. His mum and dad's like sitting behind him, and I'm just like, cheerio,
cheerio,
yeah. Also off the back of that, like, because that was that was like November or something like that. The next one was maybe like the following August. And I remember we were teaming all behind. We scrimmed like crazy for that. And then Sean's birthday, obviously being selfish.
Yeah, fucked you right up, didn't I?
Yeah, it does.
You only turned 18 months.
So Clark never went, which that was gutting at the time, but you know it is what it is. But then went back into the FFA. I thought, well, the team was going to be shit at this point, so I thought, right, I'll just go FFA, and nobody expected that I would just go back and get into the top 8 again, because at this point, can you remember the button movements, double shotting, all that? Like everyone had started to really master this stuff, and by this point, the game's been out for I don't know, like 2.5 years or something like that. Like people,
but not also that. Like when you did it at the first LAN, you played a shitload of FFA. When it came to this one, we were literally just scrimming. Like you played fuck all FFAs. We were scrimming. I truly believe if I went to that tournament, we would have done well. But it turned out Mazer, who was our teammate, he was a warrior.
Yeah. So we done. That was everyone expected that, you know, that with the FFA that they had the normal people, like the people who were top of the list, and everyone thought these guys will win this FFA. And then Clark not being there, and I thought, right, I might as well just go for the FFA again, like not practiced it at all. And then again, just battered through all the rounds all the way to the top 8, where everyone's just like, how's this guy like top 8 again? And I was like, what? You know, he's all dismissed, expecting that all these other people will be better, and they just got smacked aside. I remember phoning you. I phoned you when I was going to the final again. I was just like, mate, I fucking got to the final again. Like, unbelievable.
Yeah, no, I was like, I can't fucking believe he's done it again.
Aye, that plus just all the laughs, man. There's too many games and too many like actual moments, I guess. But the laughs is one of the most. That's probably the most important thing, really, because as much as people don't realise, like you've said it before, you speak to each other, you speak to guys online more than you speak to people you know in person. Like, and you've
by far,
like you know every single detail about their life because it just passes the time having these little chats and stuff.
Yeah.
Aye, that's been really good. It's pretty mentally, it's pretty soothing as well, isn't it? It's like really good to not have someone in the room with you, but also but with you, like you know what I mean, because you can talk to someone that isn't physically with you.
Yeah.
It's that's a massive thing. I think it's why it's so popular gaming, especially online gaming.
Honestly, and like as well, like you see the Facebook stories or the Facebook threads, like, oh, I finally met up with a guy I've been gaming with for 8 years, for 4 years, for 10 years, and it's like, oh, like, and the story is like amazing. And like we put one on Lab Bible, didn't we? And we had like thousands of likes. It was like, well, the guy who I met gaming was my best man. And stuff like that,
That's
know?
cool. Yeah.
It was yeah.
Well, how much do you look forward to that? So you put the message out, and sometimes, like I said, I mentioned the other day, didn't I? I think on one of the episodes, I said like you put it out and you get that kind of someone says, yeah, oh, buzzing. Like how much when you put that message out, you're chatting to Emma or something like, oh, I wonder if one of the lads are on tonight, and then as soon as you go beep and it says, oh, I'll get on. How much does that kind of make you? How does that make you feel? I suppose, like do you like elated and everything?
I get that. I think it's because you've got that option as well. Like, if you've got the time to do it, you can almost de-stress, thinking, well, actually tonight's going to be pretty good because I can just go on and chat, and like it is good. It's obviously less for me recently because of the Lockie coming along, but you still, I know what you mean. You do get a little buzz even in the mid-30s after like 20 years of playing online. Like you still
Definitely do. Yeah,
I want
definitely.
to go on and just jump on and have a chat. Because it's not like we take it serious or anything, really, do we? It's just to get on and get a laugh, really.
Yeah. No, it is a laugh, but it's still so stressful.
It is stressful. Play. I mean, how do you feel on that? Like I chatted to Clark about this before and stuff and that. Like, how do you feel that us now still playing competitive Call of Duty, like ranked play, obviously, now at mid-30s, even though our prime was and probably could have even been more way back before we even had kids, any of us.
It was before we had kids.
But we can still do it. We can still compete. We're not crap. We're not like bronze level lowest. We're really good. We're a good level, and yeah, like we can still do it, even though we're not playing 5 days a week, or 5 nights a week, should I say? But
I think we do. I think, to be honest, if we never done ranked play, it would be boring.
Yeah,
I agree.
I think because it's ranked, it almost like stimulates you more. Like even if you don't have to sweat. Like we've done that in the past, but like you don't have to do it. But it's enough of a difficulty, I guess, to make it still interesting.
Yeah,
that's where I think multiplayer has probably changed. Like before, in older games, used to actually quite like going on to multiplayer and like doing a few, like before we did ranked or things like that. Even not doing ranked one, that you thought, let's just play a few like pub games and stuff, like, like domination. Like you have a look at man like me and you when we play that demolition game or other games and stuff like you look forward to it. But I feel like the new CODs, I don't get that buzz. You go in there now, you spawn, you die, and honestly, there's no real fun or enjoyment to it. Fucking get blown up by something stupid or it's ridiculous, isn't it?
It's like the other day when like I know you guys did it for a bit of a warm up. You're like, oh, do you want to do one? I was like, no, I don't. Honestly, I just get obliterated.
No, it's not. It's nowhere near this one. Nowhere near this one.
Right, 2 seconds. So you're back.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that, guys. No idea what went wrong, but I should be back again. I hope.
We're back.
That's right.
Okay. Cool.
That's right. I mean, we were talking literally to McG about the whole thing anyway, so you haven't ruined anything.
Okay.
I suppose obviously McG went off and chatting about Halo, his favourite moment and stuff. Like what's
your favourite moments that stand out? Like how many times do you really realistically think I have put you all in the backpack?
I don't even have to talk about it. I can just show you like photographic evidence. No, but the standout moments for me, there's just so many. I'm not even talking competitively. Whenever we just made it like a custom game and we all jumped in to play some free for all.
Yeah.
I mean, we could have gone for hours.
Yeah.
Just talking banter and having fun and just acting crazy. But if I have to choose one standout moment,
a few if you want.
The game you guys talked about the other time against Sodden, Scarab, Carp.
Yeah.
If there was ever a game that we just could not lose,
Yeah.
then it was that one, because that was a game. Even though there was nothing really on the line, just our egos.
Oh, but there was.
That one really was like, when we started. I still see us there in the lobby. Like, right, we need to focus up. We can't lose this, because
Honestly.
that would have been bad. No, I think that's one of the most like exciting games I've ever played, actually.
Yeah, it's right up there for me.
Especially when we went down.
The one there down. Remember what was it? It was the domination where you had that kitchen.
Yes.
Kitchen.
Yeah.
The map, but yeah, I know the one you're on about.
I never forget, because we had them beat, and then it was me who let us down mainly, and I'm not even joking now. I was the main slayer.
Current theme there.
Theme, your and I remember I let us down, and I was like, no fucking way. And it was the S&D, and we clutched up and beat them. And then I remember Freight Blitz. I was like, I have to do something for the lads. And we smashed them, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Freight Blitz. Yeah. That was a really good game. And then Zod never played with us after that, because I gave him so much.
No, he was kind of butthurt.
Yeah.
I just texted him like GG's, and then I never heard from him again after that. So
I didn't text him GG's. I
didn't.
You fucking prick! Get mouthy at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is right up there, that is. Any others,
Yep.
or is that like the peak?
As I said, the game that I played against Red Reserve, who was like the #1 European team back in those days, that was like really exciting. Aside from that, just the amounts of fun we had, like you said before, when we played zombies, even.
Yeah.
Just hours on end, we just back and forth banter, like just having fun was amazing.
Yeah, it was, for sure.
What would be my next thing on that was really then, like, aside from COD, let's just go for like the last, say, since Black Ops 2, let's just say, or whatever, last kind of, I know, I'll go with McG first.
What do you say since COD 4?
Well, COD 4, but I was going to basically say, what's been your best non-Call of Duty game that we've played and you've enjoyed the most of?
Oh,
You may not have played it with us together. You might be a solo game as well, so it could be either or.
What was the question?
Not so. Other than Call of Duty, what's been your favourite game we've played together over, say, the last 10, 15 years? Or not? It might not even be that. It might be a solo game as well. But what's been your favourite? I think I know what it. I think I know what it is.
Do what we've played together,
and you tell us why.
It's probably got to be PUBG, isn't it?
Yeah.
I knew you were going to say that. Yeah. I think that's probably mine as well.
I think because it was such a different game to what we've been playing, like Battle Royale. I'm sorry, I was just trying to think of anything else. I think PUBG definitely, just for the change up in pace, and it's another game that suits us quite well as well, doesn't it? Like,
it's quite tactical, isn't it?
Aye, definitely, and the insane laughs as well in that too.
Insane.
And we started playing that pretty much the second it came out on the Xbox. That was when it was awful. Remember how bad the graphics were? Like
cars would explode within anything.
Mate, everything was awful. But then it progressively got better and better. Maybe played that for years. I mean, I think on and off.
Came back to it.
So was that?
Oh, and we came back to it, didn't we? Like we played COD, or then we played Halo Infinite. Yeah. We came back to it again.
A bit of GTA in the middle of that, and then Apex and
yeah.
But I think PUBG,
always sort of swanned back to PUBG as well. But definitely, that's got to be easily the best.
Yeah.
After the rest.
Yeah, that's fair.
What about you, Sol?
What about you, Lalalu?
Well, unfortunately, I really, really didn't like PUBG.
I know you did.
Really?
Yeah, I went on a bit of a hiatus when you guys played that game.
I actually don't know.
I don't know. I just didn't, because overall I like BR games, like Battle Royale.
Yeah.
But I don't know what. Maybe it was because it was a very slow game. I can't think of a specific reason as why I didn't like it, but somehow it wasn't like my jam. I don't know. I couldn't give you a reason.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's fair enough.
fair.
So all right. So then, what is your non-favorite game outside of COD you've played?
Oh, when I play solo, I enjoy like story-driven games the most. So RPGs or action adventures.
Yeah.
If I have to choose one, maybe I think maybe The Last of Us. I think that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that one,
Yeah, it was a good
especially
game.
the second one, where it takes like a really dark turn. Yeah, I think that's one of the games that's made like a big impact on me and that I've played the most aside from online games.
Okay. Fair play.
Because I'm probably a bit similar on that. Because like I've played a lot of RPG games, and I like them. Like I've played a lot of Skyrim, Oblivion.
Oblivion.
I grew up obviously on Zelda and stuff and that, and I kind of I like to have those, and I will go and play like a single player game on my own. I know McGee, you won't play single player, not even Call of Duty, like Warzone on your own. You would never go off or PUBG and play solo on your own often at all, would you? But we would, like some of us would. But you're completely different on that, aren't you?
Nah, I can't. I just hate playing a game on my own where I just feel like I've got nobody to talk to. Like, even going into this game solo and then people might have a mic, I'm like, I just can't be bothered. Like, I think if I'm outside of that, I think the only other game I actually played on my own was like Football Manager.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's probably it. Really, I didn't feel like I thought I didn't want to just waste my time playing by myself. Like I don't know.
I get that.
I
It
can
depends,
understand that.
Because you're similar. You didn't really like. You've never
No.
been big into RPGs. Like you wouldn't go and
No.
play Skyrim like I would and stuff. Like that.
No, I wouldn't. No.
Yeah, I mean, I actually quite enjoy playing solo. I don't know about you, so sometimes it's nice to have the break from all the screaming and shouting down your ear.
Don't get me wrong. There are times where I love just going into ranked. I'll fucking make sure I don't tell anyone I'm online.
I just play randos and be fine.
No, but like joking aside,
To zone in.
I like playing with a squad.
Yeah. Okay. I had one more thing on the game, and then we're just going to quickly review that beer, and then I've got another beer for us to have.
Sorry,
Okay.
Glenn, you better get another beer.
If you've got another
So
one.
you better get another mountain vodka.
When did you want to? You said you had something as well, McGee. When did you want to go through some of those? Do you want to do it after we've reviewed the beer? So we do a game and beer, and then do you want to do your thing then?
Whenever you like, up to you guys. It's your show.
Yeah, because I've got a couple other things I want to talk about afterwards. But
Just a second, is it like a question sort of thing, Glenn, or not really?
Yeah, it's for everyone as well. Like, I've got it's football related question to get the brain juices flowing.
Why haven't you got questions later on?
I got questions now.
Oh right.
So do you want to?
We'll
review that
review
beer?
the beer. You do what you want, and then we'll crack on.
Or I can do mine because mine relate to the game end we've just done.
All right, mate. All right.
What? So
You better answer honestly.
Well-
by the way, I've not seen this either.
we'll review this. So triple. What did you say it was? Carmelite.
It's actually Carmelite.
Yeah, that's it. Just say it like him. That's it.
I can't read. 1679 it said on the back. The brewery. It must be another like a monastery again, I reckon.
It is really nice.
I actually enjoyed that.
How about I let you guys rate it if you just have a little sniff of what it smells like? Oh yeah.
7.9.
That's what I was gonna say.
If it's anything like that one we had in the cafe at like 11:30 in the morning.
This is way. I think this is way better.
It's nice.
This is actually like you could actually, even though it's 8.4%.
Yeah.
You could drink that as a.
It doesn't feel like.
No, it doesn't feel heavy.
That one was like tar.
Yeah.
It was like tar.
So what you're gonna go with what he said or not? You're gonna.
What? That's not a bad rating actually, Sol. Yeah, I'll go with a 7.9 actually.
7.9.
All right.
A nose like a bloodhound.
I like that. That's right up my street type of beer. I'm going to go an 8.5.
Oh no, that's a high rating.
That's a good rating.
Well, it's got to be different.
In
It's a
it.
nice beer, Glenn. Nice
No,
beer.
it's
So,
a nice one.
for the second half of the episode,
Let's get the other beer in it. Is it another beer to be rated?
I present you a beer all the way from sunny Madeira,
Oh,
a Coral.
the
Beer.
best football player ever to exist is from Madeira.
Yeah, he is. The greatest of all time.
So's about to
Oh, I was
blow our
actually
computer
gonna-
out.
About to start flipping tables over here.
I can't believe they said that on a podcast. And that's
Yeah.
a bit better.
I got no football related this time.
Right, so Coral betting shop, mate.
Yeah, I know. We was well. Yeah. There you go. That's a nostalgia thing for us.
Yeah.
That's actually right. Have a sip.
Never tried this.
Cheers, cheers, lads.
Cheers, lads. Cheers.
Cheers.
Right.
Oh, that's nicer than the last one.
For you, maybe.
Ronaldo.
Right. This, lads, is going to be. I think this would be a bit of fun. So basically, I did one before when your dad came on. Like, who's most likely to?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so who's most likely to?
Oh, I like this.
The Call of Duty version. Okay, or
Gotta be honest.
Okay, so I'll say who's most likely to, and then whatever it is, and then we basically say our answers, and we can have a laugh or debate, or we'll all be in agreement.
Should we go in like an order, like Sol, Glenn, me, you, or just?
Yeah, I think so. Rather than shouting it all out,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll do Sol, Glenn, you, then me last. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Right. So, who's most likely to secretly game late at night and lie about when they went to bed?
Out of the four of us?
Yeah. Out of the four of us, yeah. Who do you think?
Ooh.
My answer already, mate.
I don't know actually because I'm gonna say Clark because he apparently admitted that he likes to play solo without us knowing.
I was
So
just bantering.
Okay. Okay, Clark. McG.
Song, you're just totally wrong. It's Sean. That's the official answer.
I don't know what you're on about.
It's Sean.
Clark?
It's Sean.
It's me. yeah, it's me. Yeah. I do like.
You're that
I
sick.
do stay up late and secretly game late at night. All right. Who's most likely to rage quit a FIFA match and blame the controller?
Oh.
So, who do you think?
Now, before you answer
Uh,
this, right? I do rage, but I always stick in there. Remember that.
I'm gonna have to say myself because, because I barely play FIFA, even though I'm such a football enthusiast. But somehow that game brings out the worst in me. Like online, I mean, that game's
I know.
a
Devil.
struggle. hmm So me.
I'll go Saul.
Yeah. I would say so.
Smart
I
guess.
would say so.
You say the one I know who rages the most. I'm going Sol.
Yeah. Do you know what? Of all the people I know who like rage quits, who's like, "That's it, I'm done," and mean it. Is Soul. Soul.
Yeah.
Who's most likely to still talk about their Call of Duty kill streak from 2012?
Probably you, Sean, because you don't have that many highlights.
I got that many.
You don't have that many highlights, so if you actually get one, you're most likely to like repeat it and keep it going every time.
Aye, without a doubt, it's got to be Sean. Easily. Because if anything decent happens, you'll hear about it for like fucking forever.
You need to know.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Sean.
I'm going Sol.
Are you?
This is the man who literally early on the podcast said, I can show you on my phone with all the pictures. He's got pictures dating back to probably 2008, 2012 when we started playing.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
The lobbies. Oh, look, I was top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, but he doesn't go on about it.
Neither do I.
Do you know what? Yeah, you do.
When?
But like, I'll tell you what, Glenn was a close second. You don't remember that last 6 months of Black Ops.
Yeah,
3.
you did, yeah.
Arrow.
Can I change my hand? It's Glenn.
Yeah, Sean.
Okay. Who's most likely to get overly competitive during Mario Kart and shout at a child? If your own child an eggs you and says, "Come on, Dad," or whatever, and that says, "Come play me," and you're like, "Yeah," and then you smash him at Mario Kart, and you're like, "Yeah, come on, Dad."
Okay.
You'd be most likely to get that involved and be like that.
I think I'm gonna have to go Sean again, because if I remember correctly, in one of the previous podcasts, you were talking about you playing FIFA with your son, I think it was.
Have you done all these to set yourself up?
No.
And then if your son was getting a bit lippy, that you had to show him who was boss, and so I choose Sean.
I'll go Sean as well, because I know that it just doesn't. It doesn't like that part of your brain. Would not like there'd be a block for most people. For you, it could be a random kid, not even like your own.
You're right. It's Sean.
I'd go Clark.
Not a kid, but you would.
I feel like I'd be thinking out who would take the competitiveness most out of the other guys. I would say.
No, if you were saying most competitive, it was still probably. Yeah. But at a kid, that's when it flips to you.
All right. I think I am set myself up for all of these, to be fair. Who's most likely to camp in one corner all game? I'm cool positioning.
Come on, man. We need to answer this.
3, 2.
I mean, yes, surprise, Sean again. Because there's actually video evidence of this. We were playing a free for all, the three of us, and you were actually camping behind a bathtub in a corner. And then Clark shouted you out and then exposed you. So yeah, it's you.
Is this the bathroom where the hard point is?
And Glenn, I know what you're gonna say.
The 1v1 that we played, and you just hit the entire map, like absolute pussy doing that.
Couldn't find me.
Who won that 1v1?
Yeah.
Anyway, the next question is. Who's most likely to yell he's one shot but never lands a bullet?
Are you for real? Are you setting yourself up?
No, I'm not. I got these randomly. I didn't.
I'm gonna change. I'm gonna pick someone else now. I'm gonna say McG, because the only thing I base myself on is the scoreboard at the end of the game. He's usually like the one with the least kills, so I'm gonna say James. On Black Ops 6, I mean. Not talking about past games.
Fair play, Saul.
Saul forgot the 1v1 we played, but very fucking just about rage quit himself. I still reckon Sean, man. I reckon you're just constantly clogging up the mic with just shit call outs. And then I don't know. I don't think I've ever had an assist from you.
You've had plenty of assists.
I can't think of a thing.
Podcast was boring to me. It's close. It's close between Glenn and Sean, but I'm gonna say Sean.
I'm going Glenn. I've had instances you've like, he's one shot, he's coming that way and stuff, and I'm shooting him, he's nowhere near one shot at all. So yeah, we'll go.
I am loving this podcast.
Who's most likely to rage in a lobby, lose, then say lag got me?
See, also remember, before you say anything, I am honest. I will rage, though. I will rage. But if you're talking about making I got my answer.
I think because we've all played like 1v1s against each other, and I think we all, like, when we lose, we own up to it, I think. Face to face, that is. I don't know what people say behind our backs, but I don't think anyone would like blame it on stupid reasons. I think everyone would own up to it and be a man.
Okay. Fair play.
I'm saying so.
I'm gonna say Glenn.
I'm going Sol.
The guy with the worst connection. Yeah.
You said you got good connection now.
anymore, man.
Yeah, you said you got good connection.
This isn't Halo 2 anymore.
I'm gonna say Sol on that one. Unfortunately, Sol, you've just been the one out of the four of us I think who've raged the most from little things. And it's laughable thing.
Yeah.
Hearing you rage is
Yeah, but you said make an excuse about it, didn't you?
Whatever you could. No, rage in the lobby, lose, then say lag got me. So kind of like
no.
Make
So
an excuse,
I don't know if someone makes excuses.
I'll stay with it. I'll stay with it. Who's most likely to not bother to read the chat, then ask if anyone's on tonight?
Come on.
Pretty much everyone, I think.
That's a
I don't
definite
know.
answer for this.
I wouldn't be able to say. I think we all do it sometimes. Not always, but I think we all are guilty of that.
Go on,
Yeah,
McG.
I agree, Phil. I think you're absolutely right. I think we're all bad.
Do you want to try together?
3, 2, 1.
McG. The amount of times you put it in there and it's like literally only a couple of messages. Anyone else on tonight? It's just like, oh, can't be bothered to read through.
Confirm. Just confirm. That's all.
Okay. I got this one, and then this is probably, I've had this recently, I think. Who's most likely to reload mid-gunfight and get smoked every time and still never learn?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hard one. This is COD
it's
timing
not
as
a
well.
hard
But
one. Not a usual one.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick to Sean, just for the hell of it.
Thanks.
I don't know. I'll just pick Clark.
Cheers, mate. I'm going Sean. We do more than any fucker I've ever met.
I'm going to go you.
Bad timing.
Yeah. You're like, oh my god, see again? Look, I've just... Matt Titan is always
Fucking
like,
true.
and stuff from that. Yeah. I don't know. I say it. Yeah.
Right, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
You like everything, you know.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. Who's most likely to yell, "Where's my team?" after running solo into 4 enemies? So who's likely to run up? And this isn't just purely Call of Duty. This could be anything.
It can be anything else. Still with the same answer anyway. Doesn't matter what game we play.
I think I'm gonna have to be honest and like pick myself here, because especially in Warzone and stuff, I tend to sometimes lose concentration and just wander off while you guys are fighting some team and I'm just doing something else on my own. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pick myself on this one.
Okay.
The amount of fucking times that our game's been destroyed because Sean pisses off.
Oh no, you can't say that on me.
Mate, honest to God. Mate, we play PUBG, right? And it'll be like fucking 20 minutes of just like looting and getting ready. And then you're off. You're gone.
Oh, you're talking about yourself.
It drives us mental, like it drives us. That's Sean 100 times every time.
See, there's an argument for all 3 of you. I gotta go Soul. Because after what you said, it could have been Glenn, it could have been Tin. But you're right, Soul. We'll be doing something and you'll be fucking la.
Well, at least I'm honest.
Yeah. Fair play.
I didn't have a definitive answer, but I feel like the amount of times we've played games, and I think this goes to the not listening. Could be somewhere else, and like, oh guys, where are you and stuff and that and all that, and then it's like you're nowhere near anyone else. It's got to be Glenn for me, 100%, and that is in multiple games. Like, and it's more of a case of you zone out and you're like, say we're playing PUBG, you'd be looting, and me and Clark would be like, right, we're moving on, we're going to go to, and you can back me up on it. We're moving on, we're going to another city, we're going to this and stuff and that. I'm like, Glenn, we're moving. And then you'll be over where we were and you get killed by 2 blokes. Oh, fucking hell. Got 2 or 3 on me and stuff and that. And just like, not listening. I would say that. So. Okay.
Glenn looks a face.
Who's most likely to drop into Warzone instantly die, then say bad landing spot.
Hmm. Oof. Not sure. And whenever I'm not sure, my default answer is Sean. So, Sean.
The dropping in and die instantly wasn't. I probably just picked myself, but I don't know the bad landings. I don't know. I'll pick me.
I was going to pick myself as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Even though most of our wins have come from wherever I've landed. But
I'm trying to think the recent ones we've played. I'd have to say the only time I will agree, I'll say myself, because I think there's a few times I've played with, especially you two, and I've been like, you say, "Oh, let's go here, hot drop land." I'm like, "Oh, great landing spot this," and I've been killed first out of the three of us.
Yeah.
And you could say, "Oh, I might have landed elsewhere," but
Yeah.
I'll go myself. I'll be fair on that one. Who's most likely to take a sick day from work just to grind a battle pass?
I've actually taken days off to play a specific game, not for battle pass related stuff,
So yeah,
but
you've answered.
I'd pick myself, yeah. Especially when like a new COD comes out, I usually take a few days off and then just grind the game.
You do grind the game. I can't believe you fucking.
Maybe Saul or John. Just for not for any like awful reason or that. Just because that you guys like to grind levels a bit more than maybe me and Clark do.
They do play the game.
Yeah.
To be fair. Yeah, I would say Soul.
I'll go Soul purely because you'll be on like zombies and that sometimes, like recently, and you've been like, this. I know it said battle pass, but it could be anything like you said, and I feel like you're like, "Oh, I've done all the Easter eggs already."
I know, and like
Yeah.
Gotten to Prestige Master before anyone else already and stuff. Like,
so, oh, you just to get
Yeah.
it again. He's like, oh yeah, I've got it by the way. Right.
Yeah.
Glenn
Yeah.
is, then it's not having a go at you again. This is, you do like to complete challenges as well. You have in the past. You like to try and go for things, don't you? Complete things. You have done that before when we played games. You also kind of be there. Not take days off.
No,
but in terms of probably want to grind it a bit more in terms of achievements and stuff in that.
Whereas I don't, because Sean and Glenn have historically looked at all the tabs or stuff.
You are the worst person in the world.
Where I just don't check skins. Or
you're a psychopath. You are a psychopath.
I just don't care. I don't care.
Freak behavior, right? So weird.
Just like if you saw my phone on the screen now.
Don't.
There's still.
Oh no, Glenn, don't look, Glenn. It's horrendous. Who was like a 1v5 and then end up getting 5? Try and say let's just touch up like a 1v4. Let's end up.
Sorry, mate. Can you repeat that? The audio just cut out a bit.
It's like, who's most likely to try and clutch a 1v4 and end up getting stuck behind a tiny rock? Or something else on the map, let's say, would impede them.
I just remember the last night we played, I aced that round 11.
Yeah, true, but we were all alive, I think.
Behind rocks, weren't you?
Pretty much. I don't know. I'm gonna say McGee because no apparent reason, just because.
Yeah, I don't know. Could be any of us really. I don't know. Just pick Sean.
You got no other answer, have you?
So McGee's been picked, Sean's been picked. I'll say Sean as well.
Good fairness there. I'm gonna go to McGee because the amount of times I think I've watched you on a kill cam, a death screen, and watched you running around the map, and you get stuck or in the doorways or things like that, and then you get killed trying to clutch things up. I actually can't remember the last time I've seen you clutch up and win as a game. It could be a thing as well. I can't in any PUBG, BR, Call of Duty, S&D. I can't remember last time.
Black Ops 3.
Fuck me. You might as well just all answer this one at the same time. Who's most likely to accidentally flashbang themselves and blame the game?
Sean.
That's
Easy.
3, 2, 1.
Easy.
Sean.
Sean.
Who's most likely to ignore callouts from teammates and forget to look at the map?
I'm gonna pick myself on this one.
Okay.
Because sometimes I really zone in on the objective and I don't process everything that's being said to me, so I'm gonna pick myself.
Glenn?
I don't ignore callouts. But I can't focus on the game and a map at the same time. Like, I just don't have that brain power anymore. So I'll pick me.
Glenn.
It's Glenn, yeah. It's got to be. I said it earlier, didn't I? There's just times like where I just literally said, and you probably, like I said, you're probably not doing it on purpose. But when me and Clark are like, oh, we're going, we're going to move on, you're just zoned into looting, and then.
I can't focus on two things at once. I'm bad for that.
Who's most likely to forget they're supposed to be playing an objective?
Hmm.
I feel like we've all played objective, and there's probably times we haven't, personally, but.
I'm gonna maybe say Clark on this one, because he sometimes might be too focused on slaying instead of the objective, maybe. Yeah.
I wish.
Yeah.
I wish.
Back in the day.
I was going to say, let me bring up the fucking stats.
Get those stats up.
I respect your answer.
Go on, Glenn.
Probably, I reckon all of you are probably more objective-minded than I am, and I don't think it's by any stretch of me not wanting to do it. I think it's just only one person can do it, so I'd probably just say me.
Yeah, probably just Glenn. Ever so slightly for the reason he said.
Okay. It's hard, isn't it? Because like when you look at your initial thoughts come to games recently we've played, and you've got to try and think of like over the course.
Yeah, no, my answer would probably be different if we were on the course of the week.
I'm going to go Clark.
What was the question?
Who's most likely to forget they're supposed to be playing an objective?
You and Soul are fucking deluded.
I reckon you've got the least objective stats this year.
But I know I haven't because I've been keeping track. Soul, your drops, by the way.
Carp, you're back in. You're allowed back in after you finish your raid.
It's gonna go downhill from here.
Do you actually believe me?
Of course not. I fucking winding you up. It's going to be Glenn, isn't it? Yeah, come on. Who's most likely to get killed and accuse them of cheating?
Oh, that might be me, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Clark on this one because the amount of times he gets killed and he says, "Oh, I don't know about this guy."
Yes, he does.
No one can really.
He's cheating. He's definitely cheating.
Right?
So yeah, Clark.
I agree. I think I hear Clark say it more than anyone. I think it happened. I think everyone says it, but I think Clark definitely says it more than anyone.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree. You, especially only on this game, I've definitely heard it a lot of times. I think he's definitely cheating, and I'm like, kill him, or you just see him like, and it's not. But obviously, there is games that there are a lot of cheaters in this game. Yeah, I would say you.
Yeah, fuck off.
That was it. That was the who's most likely to game.
No. I think we should just add on and have a couple more.
Oh, you got some more, have you?
Like you to fucking carry the rest of you in games, and I got photos to back it up. No, joking aside, that was good. What would be? I had a question. I just forgot it.
Nice beer, by the way. want to add one on, like who's most likely
Yeah,
to?
I had it. It's just gone out of my mind, so don't worry about it. If it comes back,
Yeah, okay.
I'll say it.
All right. Before we get into the other kind of things I wanted to maybe chuck in there, Glenn, did you want to?
Oh yeah.
Chuck in your football thing you had?
Yeah, sure. It's a question. It's like a thinker for all of you. It's football related, and it's quite. I think it'll be quite good fun actually. So if you bear with me, whilst I get my question. So it's regarding Chelsea and strikers. All right.
That's specific.
So if I remember rightly, 1 second, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 20. So between Roman Abramovich taking over at Chelsea in 2003 until the summer of 2024, Chelsea had signed 23 different strikers.
Who are they?
I'll start. I'll do the first and I'll do the last one for you, just to make it an easy. So the first striker he signed was Adrian Mutu in 2003. The last two, I'll give you the last two. It was David Washington and Mark Guy. Guy. How do you pronounce it?
Yeah, I know the one. Yeah.
Still can probably pronounce it better than me. In between all them, how many other strikers do you think you could name that they signed?
Obviously, Drogba.
Fernando Torres.
Would they have had Ida Good Johnson at that point already, or would they have bought him?
Good Johnson was already there before.
Shevchenko.
Yep.
Crespo.
Yep.
Jackson, obviously.
Jackson. Yep.
Diego Costa.
Yep.
Good shout.
Did they have Eto'o?
Samuel Eto'o was before.
Oh, was it before?
Yeah.
We got now.
You got a lot to go.
What about, like, I don't know if he was a striker, like Malou, Solomon Malou, was that the one?
Yeah, I think that's
Kalou.
all.
Kalou.
Nah, he was a winger.
He's a winger, he classes as a winger, okay. Because he did play up.
Was Hasselbank before?
Hasselbank before. You're thinking too far back. Genuinely, just start naming top strikers from like the mid-noughties kind of onwards, honestly.
I'm trying to think.
One of the strikers, I should say, one of the strikers, they signed them twice.
We've said Drogba.
Yep.
You said?
Anelka.
Yep, that's in there.
God, this is tough.
Bit of help here, lads.
Who did they have before Jackson?
They didn't have Aubameyang, did they?
Yep, Aubameyang's one.
If you want to help here, lads.
I'm trying to think, man.
Did I say Eto'o? They didn't have Eto'o.
You said that before.
Wow, this is hard.
I can't believe how many you've missed like so far, considering there's some absolute class names in there. Like Sturridge is one.
Sterling doesn't count then.
No. How many have we got, Glenn?
You still got, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 to go.
And I've probably 90% of these. Come on, lads.
I'm just trying to think of like Chelsea from like 2010, 2020.
Come on,
I can't think of them.
You said Torres, you said Drogba, said Anelka, said
Sean Wright Phillips?
Nah, he's a winger anyway. I'll tell you who you've said. You've said Mutu, Crespo, Drogba, Shevchenko, Anelka, Sturridge, Torres, Diego Costa. You said Aubameyang and Nicholas Jackson. You want some transfer fees?
I don't think that'll help.
No, I don't think that would help.
I think a couple of them would
Right,
help.
go on.
They signed this in 2011. Signed him for £50 million. Played 110 games. Scored 20 goals.
Oh,
Sorry, you said him already. You said Torres already. Apologies.
All right.
Apologies. I was reading. Right, I'll give you this one. They've signed this player twice. Once for 20 million and once for 97.5 million.
Lukaku.
Yeah.
Let's go after him. This player they signed for 7 million. And I'll give you one more clue. Played for Newcastle.
yeah, that's who I'm thinking of. Not Demba Ba, is it?
Then Baba.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
But they also got the other one. He came after Demba Ba and Cisse. Loic Remy.
Like Remy. That's another one.
Remy's not there yet.
You get in there, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to go.
Yeah, I'm not much help here, apparently.
Them were on loan. Not that would make a massive difference, but
I know there's going to be.
Shit, what's his name again?
I could sit the rest of this round out, really.
Come on. What's his name?
It's like the 2015 to 2020 period. I can't work out. There's players there we should know. We should be saying.
so basically the ones that you're missing are from 2015 onwards. So no, you don't have to think too far ago.
Falcao?
Falcao.
Yes. Well done.
One of them has led the line for Spain for quite a while.
Morata.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, I even forgot about that.
5 left.
Fucking hell, soul. We're either going to be here for a long time. You might have to give a few more clues, I think, Glenn, to help us.
I think enough.
Right, I'll help you out. There's one that you'll not get. I'd be very surprised. If you got it, I'd be very surprised. I'll give you some clues on the other ones. So this player signed in 2020 for 48 million. He scored 10 goals for them in 56 appearances. Still playing in the Premier League last season. German.
Havertz.
Oh, yeah. Was Havertz not one now?
Attacking midfielder.
Oh, really? Oh, okay, because he plays striker for Arsenal, doesn't he now? That's why.
This guy still can't hit a barn door with a banjo.
I think you're gonna have to give us the rest.
Yeah.
He's like. So, do you want me to just tell you the last 5?
Yeah, might as well.
Well, that player I was talking about was Timo Werner.
Oh, yeah.
Another huge name, Gonzalo Higuain.
I forgot
that. Another player who played for quite a few top clubs, Olivier Giroud.
Yeah, do we forget?
Yeah.
This one was. These are 2 I'd be very surprised if you get it, but Michy Batshuayi.
Okay, yeah.
The last one was Alexandra Pato.
Pato, yeah. The once promised wonder kid.
Yeah, to be fair, he played 2 games and scored 1 goal.
Oh, that's a good return.
Okay.
Yeah, I would never guess that.
Well, that was hard.
That was good.
Yeah, no, that was good. Yeah, definitely made me think. That's a lot of
Our
bloody
Chelsea
strikers.
knowledge is definitely shit.
Well, I got about 12 of them then.
Okay. That was good. I like that, Glenn. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Right.
I suppose really, I kind of like the next kind of things I had on them was like a bit of real talk really now between us all. So I was going to, being Father's Day as it is, let's do some dad chat. So obviously, Clark, obviously we know you've had a new baby boy, obviously Rocker recently,
Yeah.
and obviously Glenn, I know you've obviously had Lockie pretty recent as well. I suppose being a first-time dad out of the four of us, Glenn. Now, obviously, we've all had 2 children/3 children now. Obviously,
Yeah.
basically, a start review, like kind of, how are you finding it? How was your first Father's Day?
Obviously there's a lot of pluses, but any
Yeah.
struggles and stuff, like how it's gone for you?
You guys know yourselves because you've all got boys as well. Like there's nothing. It feels like there's nothing better. Like having obviously a girl will be amazing as well, but I think as a man having like your own son is like it's such a like. There's almost like an elation behind it because it's a bit old fashioned, but it's like the whole it's going to carry on the name and not that you have to believe in any of that, but it's almost like a I don't know, it's like ingrained in yourself to think that way a little bit as well. But it's been phenomenal, absolutely brilliant, life changing. You can't really remember what it was like not having a child before.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
Like I think to myself, like, what the hell did I do with my time? Like, obviously wasted it, like doing nothing. But you wouldn't change now for anything else because it's just like it's just
It's
such
like they've
you get
always
a lot of
been
pride,
there.
like helping someone like raise someone. Just with Emma as well, obviously, because Emma does so much too. Like, gosh. I mean, there's obviously struggles with sleep. This is one of the big ones at the start, which you guys know.
Yeah.
Going back to work full time with no sleep and the stress of just little tiny things because you're a first time parent, you don't really know what you're doing. Nobody does unless I wasn't brought up with kids like I wasn't brought up with like small kids in my family either. So, but Emma was thankfully, but I wasn't. So I
Even
was
if
just
you
taking
are,
away from all
even if you are though, you still will never know what it's like until you've got your own kid.
that. Yeah, I think I don't know if it's like advice for anyone or anything like that, but I think it's just taking is it more patience. I think it's just a bit of patience and just taking your time with like decision making with kids as well, like rather than jumping at like any little movement or like if they're crying, maybe they've cried a little bit too long. You think, oh, must be something. Babies are babies. They can cry for the tiniest thing. You know, the room might be 1 degree too cold, and it's like like,
Yeah, I know. It's like the
yeah.
end of the world.
But it's been great. Honestly, I wouldn't change it for the world. It's been brilliant. Aye, brilliant.
And you celebrate your first Father's Day today.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I woke up to a nice wee gift bag and just spending a bit of time in bed with Emma and the wee man before I went to work. It was lovely. Just quite. I don't think it gets enough. Actually don't think it gets advertised enough, quite frankly. Father's Day. I think, and I think it's because most dads maybe just like pawn it off like, it's just another day and stuff. It's quite important. You know, it's pretty important to sort of recognise it. With you lot as well, you know.
Absolutely, it is important. Yeah.
Not like in a credit way or anything, but I think because, like I just said, no guy really cares that much, but it's quite important, like to feel recognised, I guess.
Well, we said that, like, a lot of men and dads and stuff like that. You work hard for your families. You do your best to provide for them, your wife, and however you want to, you want to do it and stuff and that. And to have some sort of recognition back, like, can mean a lot to someone. Showing that they're loved back and it is respect. You are respected and everything you get back. Because sometimes, some blokes don't get that, maybe.
No.
And like I said, in life, in life in general, if you get anything like a nice feedback or a nice comment from someone, it does make you generally feel good. But to have like, people you work hard for, like, give you things back, you don't have to have things, but just be there for you and just like, appreciate.
No, it's just always nice whether you want it or not. A little bit of appreciation, whether that's by a gift or by words,
Yeah.
or by a comment. I think it does make you feel really good. and it should be as highlighted as Mother's Day, because especially like I know you're all really great dads, and we do so much for our kids, our wives, or our partner, our family, in more ways than just showing your love for them. Like we work for them, we do other stuff, make sure they're protected, or the house is tidy, or loads of other factors that come into it, which do get overlooked a lot.
Yeah, definitely. And what about you, Sol? You know, like kind of. How was your Father's Day, I suppose? Or you didn't really celebrate, did you? Sorry, you said that earlier.
Well, it's not really Father's Day here in Antwerp,
Yeah.
but if I can give like advice to like new parents, not so much parenting advice, but more in terms of don't forget to keep taking care of each other as well. Don't go default to the we're parents now, mother and father. You're also still a couple,
Yeah,
and that is like vital for to keep a healthy relationship. Like if you see that one of you is struggling, or maybe both of you at the same time, just recognize it and take a step back and be considerate of one another. Don't start piling on each other, because that's where it gets worse. So my advice would be, obviously your children are the priority, but don't forget that your husband and wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever it may be, don't forget you're still like a team. You're both
yeah,
in it.
yeah, and like you're the reason the kids are there. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, your love, your partnership, and or whatever is the reason they're there. So 100%, I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
You've definitely got to make time for each other as well, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And like I say, like in situations where like obviously Glenn McGee's had like a newborn or stuff, or like even myself at the moment, we got 3 young kids.
Mhm.
It's not that easy, but any little time you
No.
can makes a world of difference. Yeah, no,
Yep.
yeah, you're spot on. What I was going to say as well, so I don't know if you're happy to talk about it or not, but obviously both Uri and Joaquin have got learning difficulties.
Yes, they're both on the spectrum. They both have autism. They're both on really different ends of the spectrum, but they both are autistic. Yes, I no problem talking about it.
How has that been for you?
Um, Raising kids is already very demanding of the parents, but if you're raising children with autism with very specific needs, you have to have you sometimes have to have almost inhuman patience, amounts of patience, and I have to admit that that patience isn't always there. But we do our best. Actually, the first thing, the most important thing, if you have children with any kind of special needs, is to, as a parent, firstly, you recognize it. Don't ignore it. Don't like try to convince yourself, no, my kid's fine, like nothing's wrong, because you're doing a child a massive disservice, because you're denying it the help it needs, to properly develop, and to maybe even in a later age, you're taking chances away for his future.
Yeah,
So yeah, my experience is that it's very demanding. Um, Sometimes like very mundane things like tying shoes or getting dressed. My boys need help with everything basically. Especially Joaquin, he's now 11 years old, but we can't just um, tell him, hey, go upstairs, brush your teeth, get yourself dressed, and come down. That just doesn't work. Even though he's taking big steps and he's learning a lot to become more and more independent, it's still something that we have to work on every day.
yeah, no, no. I gotta say as well, to be honest. So it's when we were in Belgium, we met your lovely family, and that it seemed like you and Tiffany were
Yes,
Like,
Tiffany.
you're doing an amazing job, mate. And like you're right and Joaquin were, wow, they were amazing. We had such a laugh of them and that,
Yeah,
didn't
we
we?
did.
And like,
Yeah.
Cheers.
you would not have thought like what you've just said about the. And I know obviously it must be even more difficult, but I certainly didn't get that vibe from you guys. Like you seemed like you were absolutely smashing it, and it was a really amazing household to be part of.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and I know sometimes.
That was good. Really good. Really good time we were over, to be fair. I did wonder actually how they would react to like just three random, like, because it is pretty random, like foreign guys just like turn up out of the blue. But aye, one of the best nights was just knocking the ball around in the living room.
Yeah,
You know, it was
Yeah,
just it was great, man. That was such a
yeah.
good
They,
time.
they they still talk about it even now, and I think when you guys left, I sent you all a message, and the main thing that I said was that I was like genuinely touched to see how my kids react to the three of you,
yeah,
and how amazing the chemistry was, and then like it was really that was really touching for me to see that.
yeah. No, well, they
Great.
certainly made it easy, mate.
Yeah, they did.
Definitely.
I
It
will
was
always,
wicked, like really, really good.
I will always cherish, obviously, meeting your family, and making Joaquin sing.
Yeah, he still does that. So,
Get Dora.
uh,
What was he? You got him to call me. What was you got him to call me?
Donut.
Donut.
oh yeah, true.
More abuse
yeah.
to me. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
it was good. Oh yeah, a good time.
yeah, it was.
Um, I'll stay with you, Sol. Then. So, just like obviously, as I said, I know it's Father's Day here in UK and that, and obviously we like to kind of think about and reminisce. But any funniest or kind of proudest moments you've had recently as being a dad? Anything that just stuck out, been funny or made you proud?
Oh, um, every day is like filled with funny moments with my two Rugrats. Yeti has now reached an age where he's become very vocal, but he repeats a lot of stuff that we grown-ups say.
Yeah.
So that's really funny. Oh, I can't really pick like a standout moment. It's because it's nonstop with these two.
Yeah.
They're like a never-ending well of just craziness and just
Banter.
overall cute.
Oh, you're waiting for me. Sorry.
No, yeah. So what about you? Yeah. What about you? Yeah.
Oh, I think you know how it is. Like Lockie's just at the age where it's like even just gone from his back to his front is like becoming a new thing, and so uh, I think it's just the fact that he's just such a happy child. It's wild that like it doesn't matter who you could give him to anyone, like anyone at all. We could hand him to someone on the street, and he'd just be like that's the whole time. Like you just aye, no, it's brilliant. Like that's one of the best things I think because it doesn't matter. It doesn't cry. It's not like a cry baby. I guess like it just constantly laughing. Like that's what like you'll see it in July as well, Clark. Like the difference in him, like he's massive, like getting bigger and bigger all the time, and just super happy, super chilled. Like just just like him eating his porridge. It's like oh, like it's class. I don't know, quite funny.
Yeah. No, no. Any photo I ever see of him, he's literally just like,
Yeah. So I always see. Yeah. You
yeah,
seem smiling that all the time.
smiling.
What about you, dog? Anything recently?
What was the question?
Like funniest or like proud moments, kind of recently.
Oh yeah, like what like Soul said, it's literally like every day, like funny, like Bella, she'll repeat, like even like if she'll hear me talking to you guys sometimes, and like Roman, it'll be like we'll be talking, and sometimes he'll just go, huh? It's like that. It's like he's literally like a mini me, or like Bella will be there, and I said something. Oh, it's like what I say to you guys. I can't remember what it was, but she repeated it to me, and it was so out of like the blue. I was like, that's so hilarious. Um, And like, yeah, well, proud moments is never ending, is it?
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
on the daily. But Bella, she's been practicing for their sports day. They're doing like practice races before the thing. And she's won 3 out of 4 of them. It's like absolutely rapid. So even if she doesn't win, like it's just super proud. So, oh, you won that one, did you?
Yeah.
I just yeah, like, and every day she'll bring home the slightest thing. Like her class got like a pot of gold thing. Like, oh, you're at the pot of gold, like top of the class or whatever for so and so. And she's like, I'm at the pot of gold. And it's just like, oh, it just fills your heart with pride.
Yeah.
You know. What about you, dog?
Yeah, I think funny is all the time. Like I said, obviously getting a bit older now. Like Mason's like a proper like lad, so he's almost like dab me, bro. And he's like, we're like slapping, dabbing each other and stuff now. I'm like, he's like, you're too young. I'm like, you're too young for that. But
Yeah.
then they were like doing a band today. They were pretending they were doing a band. So they were playing a song and stuff. And that's just like funny and cute and stuff. But yeah, Pride Months is funny enough. They've both started playing Fortnite on the Switches now, and they got their first ever battle royale win the other day with
Wow.
them as a duo.
No,
I was like, yeah, go on, get your first.
proud that moment.
I was like, that was a pride moment for me. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, they haven't got any headsets yet or anything, so they can't talk smack back at them there.
Yeah. Little do they know what their dads are like.
I wouldn't give them a headset until at least they're 18.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
All right. I'll aim this one for you first, McGee, just because you're, like you said, newest dad to all of us.
Oh yeah.
You might not know it at the moment, but something you didn't expect about being a dad.
One thing I tell you, I said it at the beginning when Lockie was like newborn age, is how like they're not fragile. I say they're fragile. They're fragile, but they're so much more robust than you could ever like think. Because I always thought babies are like, oh, you can't like move them. But man, you've got to change the nappy, like legs up, like get them in there, like put them, like no problem at all. Like that caught me off guard a wee bit. Like it takes a little bit to get used to because you're still think like, oh, I can't, don't want to wipe them like too hard or like that's what caught me off though, with the newborn stage of it. Like, but yeah, one little thing.
I just to touch on from that, I don't know if any of you guys experienced this with obviously Lockie or any of your kids, but when you're in the hospital and like a midwife changes them or something, and they are literally, it could be the first one, so they do it or something, and they are literally just like dun, 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 like it's like just what you said. It's like they know, obviously they've done it thousands of times. You don't have to be like, oh, do that. They're like, come on, like let's like rapid.
Anything? Can you think of anything, Sol? Like anything you didn't expect when you were about being a dad?
Maybe not something that I didn't expect because it's one of the things that all parents tell you that once the baby is there, it instantly becomes like the most important thing in your life. But there's two sides to that coin. On one hand, you have like this little you that instantly becomes the most important thing in the world to you. But on the other side, you also have this newfound fear where you realize if something ever were to happen to this little bundle of love that you have now, how am I ever going to cope with that? How can I ever deal with that? How can I move on with my life when if something, God forbid, whatever happened? So that was a pretty like real realization that I had. On one hand, the good side of it, the beautiful, and on the other side, like the fear of, oh my God, what if something ever were to happen?
Yeah. No, 100%. Yeah. No, I could agree with definitely like what Glenn said about the fragile side, and certainly what Soul said. It is literally like, oh my God, I've got this brand new like life in my hands, in our hands. Like, I have to do everything I can to sustain them, protect them, and everything. And you're just like, oh my goodness, yeah, you're right. It's like your life just changes like that, completely different. And like you said earlier, Glenn, it's like I do not remember my life before kids. Like, what the fuck did I used to do apart from be gaming for a few more hours?
Yeah.
You know?
I think mine on that was I've had it a lot more recently. I think you get it a lot more as you probably still get it now. I reckon you probably get it like you might obviously you won't get it with Lockie at the moment with McG because obviously he's not talking, but you end up becoming like a walking encyclopedia. The amount of like questions you get daily, and sometimes they're like, "What's that mean on the news?" or "What's this? What's that? What's that?" And it tests your knowledge because like and I don't know what you guys are like as well. I'm like I don't want to like not know and say oh I don't know and I'll go and Google. I always want to make out like yeah I know that I'm your dad I know this.
Yeah.
So it tests your knowledge. Like, what's that mean? I'm like oh yeah. And you end up.
It's also not what, it's also why, because you'll get the what questions and then you say that and they'll be like, why? And you're like, shit, I
got
should have
further
researched more. Yeah, I should have researched more about why. Because,
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, definitely test your knowledge. Like, Bella is certainly at that stage. She's like, why? I'm like, well, you know, but also at the same time, you are right about like having some dad pride. But also, if you don't know, it's not harm to be like, let's find out together.
Yeah. There is
Let's
that.
have a look.
Yeah.
You know.
It is good.
So,
The kind of last thing on dad chat then really. What if you had a dad survival kit or just survival bag? Let's say. Um, what would your 3 things be in there? What would be your 3 things in your bag? So I can start on this, okay?
yeah, you crack on.
So I'll go. My 3 things I would have wet wipes. Would be one of my 3 things. I would have Ambersil, which I mentioned to you before, which is for you, Sol. You might not know, but it's like a medication which you can rub on a child's gums for teething and stuff like that. So
Oh yeah,
teething
yeah.
stage and that is it's like a godsend. And the last thing I would probably have would be make sure that I would have their favorite, like, cuddly a teddy bear or blanket or something with them, even if we don't need
Nice.
as a survival kit.
Nice.
Anyone can jump in if they're thinking of anything else.
Go on, Henny. Could be the same answer if like you said some stuff as well. Wet wipes is almost a must.
We're trying to think of things that I use like every day now. A washing machine that works. Yeah. I've never.
Big bag you got.
Yeah.
You never said, you know. God, yeah, wipes, man, Jesus. Like this. It sounds stupid. Like their little, their sleep suit sack. Like they zip them up in. You know, the wee baby grow things.
Yeah.
Man, that's been a revelation since he's went into them. Like, aye. Fucking nappies, man.
Yeah.
Definitely for my kids, their pacifier for the youngest one. A couple of extra pairs of pants for when accidents happen. Yeah, and specifically for my kids, yeah, like Sean said, their favorite like cuddly thingy that they have. Yeah, that's a must.
Yeah, it's funny you say that about my kids. They haven't really got like special cuddly or anything. No, they don't. I would definitely say wipes.
Yeah.
I would definitely say their mum. I could choose anything, can't I? Definitely their mum. Lids. And I would say smoothies. Smoothies are sort of right out, mate. Snack, they love it, or they'll love it, and it's pretty decent for wipes, and then having lids there with them are Certainly saw Rocco out anyway.
That's good. I like that. That's some good answers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, nowhere near.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think of the next thing. Should I go, or do you reckon? Yeah. We'll go into it. Yeah. Okay. So the next topic I got, guys. Sorry, I was just showing Clark I got the notes I have on all the things and stuff not there. I want to touch a little bit on like kind of men's mental health as well. A little bit, like you said, me and Clark are big like advocates of the podcast. Is what we're for, like an outlet for men. And obviously want to discuss the points which we should all discuss. I know we've all been through things together or
spoke to each other
about things and stuff and that. Suppose I mean obviously I know one of the questions is going to be how do we all check in with each other, but I'm pretty confident I know the answer to that.
You could still say like if you got examples of it.
Yeah, like I mean, yeah. How if you guys have ever gone? I suppose aim on. Have you guys ever gone through anything? I know we've talked about stuff, and you felt awkward or not wanted to raise it to us or talk to us about it, or have you always felt quite confident within ourselves that you could raise that as an issue?
Yeah, or
something.
Or if you feel like you have spoke to one of us or someone else within the group, could be to each other as well, like you two, or you feel like you spoke to each other and just felt comfortable to be able to do that.
I think because of like the great chemistry that we have in between us, for me at least, I couldn't even think of a thing that I would feel awkward or weird to talk to you guys about.
Yeah.
So, no, just because we're so close to each other, that takes away every boundary of talking about like stuff that maybe embarrasses you or no, there's nothing like that for me.
Like me and you personally, so we've had some chats about stuff that's been personal, and like it's been no issue for either one of us to say it to each other. I know we all have with each other as well.
No.
But just before Clark and Sean, I don't know if it's Clark's mic or not. I barely hearing a word that's coming through for you just now, man. So just so you know.
Okay.
Sean I can hear usually, but I don't know why Clark's mic seems to be. I don't know if it's picking up.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's still quite low, but I don't know if it. Do you have any cars going by? Like, is it maybe picking up?
No, it's nothing like that. I'll speak a little bit louder. Is that any better?
Yeah, man. It's a bit better. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, no. I mean,
That's all right. That's all good. I just thought I'd mention just now.
No, that's okay. Did you get the gist of that last question?
Yeah. So, like, Saul pretty much said the same thing I was going to say, that because we talk so much, does anything ever really fly by that you'd never get a chance? Is there ever a time you wouldn't have the chance to open up? And also with that, because you open up so much about everything else, I've never felt like I could never come to any of you guys, to be honest with you, if I wanted to say something, and I have plenty in the past. Even what would that be? Two and a half years ago, roughly. When I remember when I was down at yours and I was off, I just left my work altogether because I was just stressed. It just got to me, and I was always a believer that I would never suffer from anything from like that at all, but just went like that.
Yeah.
Quite rapidly. I think that's what caught me off guard.
Yeah, I
remember being off and just thinking, like, what the fuck is going on? Like, but you don't actually, you don't really know why. Like, your sleep's now just totally stopped, or you're like, tiny little details can just trigger you. Just be like, stressed, I guess, as well, but like, just not panicky, but I don't know how to describe it really. Like, it's just a feeling that you've maybe never had before. And I guess people have the same thing with like depression or whatever as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's maybe not. You just think that you're immune to all this.
Yeah, until it hits you, and then you're like, "Oh my goodness."
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, obviously we've talked about this before now, but you just mentioned there, McG, obviously about stress and stuff like that. Like one of the questions I had on there was for you two really, because me and Clark, we've talked about this on one of the other podcasts, how we kind of deal with stress and stuff like that. How do you guys? I'll go Sol first if you want. How do you, when you get stressed, say you've had a bad day at work, or you're feeling, you're just generally feeling stressed about something, what's kind of your go-to things to how do you deal with it? With those type of things. Do you have stuff you do, or you think,
Nothing specific. It's not like I have a routine or something, but usually it's a pretty long drive from where I work to home, or to straight to the school where the kids where I have to go pick up the kids. So I have some time by myself where I can process whatever I'm dealing with that day on my own. And to be honest, even if I'm having a bad day at work, I'm always like looking forward to going home, seeing the kids, seeing the wife. So that immediately automatically like lowers the stress level by itself. So I think, yeah.
okay. Well, you Glenn, anything?
Quite similar, like so from that period where I was at to now, I've never been in that position again. But I think it's because I've learned that one, the job that I had before was causing it as a major, so changed that out of my life anyway. But like Saul says, I'm quite similar where I drive across Edinburgh City bypass a lot of the time at rush hour, so I've got a lot of time to decompress a wee bit. Even I don't really take my work home, but by the time I'm home, work thoughts are gone anyway. And the fact that Emma's almost she's made our home like a safe haven where you don't have to feel stressed, because we've never like me and Emma, which is mad, but me and Emma have never had an argument or a full blown argument at all, because we both agreed at the very beginning that we just wouldn't throw that. You wouldn't bottle it up to the point that you had to just go and go crazy. We would right away. If something's annoying or someone is bothered you, we'll tell each other right away, and that's it. It's done, and it's dealt with, and that's worked for nearly 10 years.
That's good. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, if you can build that kind of in the relationship and have that kind of openness, because like I said, a lot of people do. Even with friends, isn't it? It's not just like with your other halves. You do build up kind of a lot of people do build up tension. Like, right, that's really annoyed me, or that's something that, and you might not say something, and then it blows out, and eventually it blows up, doesn't it? And like, that's what. Really? Well, you go on it. Have you guys ever had like a moment where, like I said, we've all been through things. Have you ever guys ever had a moment? And I know I can say yes to this 100%. Had a moment where opening up has changed the situation for the better for you. So you've had something's happened, or you're going through something. It could be your mental health, or you might be suffering, or something else, and you've opened up to someone, and it might not be us. It could have been someone else in your life, and then that's instantly made that situation better for you. I know it's quite a deep question. I know, but
I would say there's times where I've opened up to maybe even to let people go, which has changed my life better. Like rather than the way you maybe thinking is that you've opened up and it's made you feel better and that person's better, but it's actually just knowing when to also cut ties with people that are not making your life better. Yeah. When you'll know yourself, Clark, obviously from being best man, it was also a joint best man kind of thing at the time. But through events and whatnot, things happen with other people, and that for the better though was me cutting other people out.
Yeah, no, definitely. I've been through that as well, where you're cutting people off for the better, and like your stress just goes down completely.
Yeah.
And also, like from what you said, your example, Glenn, it's like you realize who people are in some circumstances. And you realize like, oh, you could have had a relationship with someone for 10, 15, 20 years, and then you're like, they've just shown me exactly who they fucking are, and they really didn't give a shit about me anyway.
Anything for you, Sol? On that one?
Yeah, it was up. You both are spot on with the example Glenn made. If when you there's very few things that stress me out to the point where I bottle things up. But there have been times where I've done that, and mostly that was because of how certain people that I considered friends treated me. And when you finally decide for yourself that it's better to just cut ties with them, it's an immediate, like, this weight off your shoulders, like something you just don't have to deal with anymore. It's just like a weight that comes off your shoulders, literally. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, massively. Yeah, I concur with all of that as well. I've definitely had moments where I've been feeling down, and like I said, I can happily open up to you guys 100% and just have that ongoing conversation. You get in, and sometimes it's going away from like your norm as well, like going to you guys and stuff, like, you know, like outside of your family home maybe, or other things in that. Like talking to someone else gives you that different perspective. Sometimes it just changes it as well, makes you feel you look at it differently as well.
Yeah.
You know, because not me, but some people can be like, oh, I don't want to listen to, like, I mean, maybe like someone who's like a teenager. I don't want to listen to my mum and dad because I don't like my mum and dad. They're always wrong. They're telling me what to do and stuff and that. And then a friend or someone else says something to them. It might be exactly the same thing.
Yeah, I know.
But they take that. You listen more, don't you? And then you're, oh yeah, you're right. And then you're like, your mum and dad were right anyway. But I'm just saying that different perspective outside of what you're normally used to does help massively if you can open up to people. Definitely not bottle it in. We said that. Like, best to talk, and like I said, we've got, like, not just us four as well, but like, you know, including Clark and other people, we've got a great kind of friendship.
Yeah, we have
group and stuff.
An honest friendship group.
It's been
to be
amazing.
honest.
Almost two
Right.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was it, really, guys. To be honest, like, that was great, and I think like the first time you guys coming on, I'm glad the audio and the videos work perfectly, and
Oh, it's just over 2 hours.
that conversation has flown by.
Yeah, flown by.
So
Yep.
yeah, thanks for coming on, obviously, and being part of it, and you know, first of many, like we said, hopefully maybe do as a regular thing, talk about other things and stuff like that in general.
It would be nice to make this sort of like a monthly thing, you know, like Joe Rogan does with some of his things, like they get the fight thing and that. But what would be cool, like, obviously, is then moving forward, we could, like, watch stuff, react to stuff together as well, like on the podcast, and just make it a regular segment, you know?
Yeah, it'd be quite cool.
Then eventually a live podcast on the road for, like...
Well, that'd be amazing.
That'd be a best thing, yeah.
Yeah. It's your turn to come over this way, so don't forget.
Yeah, don't even worry about it. I'm coming over.
I like that.
See you next weekend.
It's recorded. It's recorded.
Exactly,
You
yeah.
can't change it ever.
Oh, yeah, we got this on video now, so.
Before we let them go,
Yeah.
we just need to review that final beer, Carl.
Sure.
Obviously, again, I just literally want to shout out to Beers of Europe for providing those beers. Obviously, it said the selection and range I've got is amazing.
Amazing. Be sure to follow our link soon. We're
Yes.
hopefully getting discount code. That'll be even more worth coming through then. Get your discount Evian from Seoul as well.
There is other water provided as well, but
Yeah. Oh, that was nice. It was nice Portuguese. I'm not sure if it was as nice as a real good Super Bock.
no.
7.4 for me.
I'm gonna go with you. I'm pretty low on that. It didn't have any real
Anything.
straight good taste to it. So
Yeah.
it was easy to drink it, but
Yeah.
it was 7.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, sorry. But Madeira beer, just not one.
No.
All right. Final thoughts, I suppose. Really, just shout out to all the dads who might be listening to this, and hopefully everyone out there has had a good Father's Day, especially those who might find it tough today.
Yeah.
And yeah, appreciate you guys coming on.
Yeah, happy Father's Day, and yeah, it's been brilliant chatting to you guys in a different sort of setting, you know? Like, obviously we get on and it's like, oh, let's fucking go, and we just don't really chat, do we?
Not really, no.
Get into the game.
Get in betweens and stuff, but not like, yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Any final words from the both of you?
I'm really proud to have been able to be part of the fastest growing podcast in, on YouTube, Spotify, and all your other socials.
Thanks, mate.
No, I'm really like proud of you guys of what you're building here. it takes guts to do what you do, to create something and put it online for basically everyone else to judge. So I'm really happy that it's going so well for you, and I'm glad to be part of it.
Thank you, mate. That means a lot.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
I would say this has probably been the cleanest conversation we've ever had. Like,
Words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just the same as Saul, man. Like when you originally started talking about doing the podcast and stuff, and I know because it's been spoken about for months before.
Yeah.
Because it was putting the chat out there months before, and then actually getting it off the ground and putting the time and effort to go and do it. Like, fair play, because it does take dedication, not just sitting down and chatting for an hour. You've got everything outside of that as well. To on this side of it, you know, the cutting, editing, and whatever you need to do, and then on top of that, family work, all the rest of it.
Yes, yeah.
And the fact that the fact that it's global superstardom, it's insane that it's got to that already.
And you two are coming all the way with us, don't you worry.
Yeah. No, it's been probably one of my favorite episodes already. Just having
Yeah,
you
it's
guys
great.
on and cutting the
And
shit.
I look
I'm
forward to seeing the subtitles for when I'm
Yeah,
talking.
I know. Yeah, I don't know what they're
Christ.
gonna be like for you, mate. But yeah, no, it'd be good to do like this a regular thing. We'll get it like in a diary, like once a month, and then we'll just get segments for us four,
Yeah, definitely. Well,
But yeah, on that note, thanks everyone else for watching and listening,
and thank you guys.
thank you to you guys, Glendon, Berg, Dingle, Dongle, Douglas, McGee, and Javier, Brialas, Amalas. And take it easy,
Spot
lads.
We'll see you later. We'll see you on the next one.
Cheerio. See you later,
Bye-bye.
lads. Take care. See you online.
Yo.
Yeah.
Bye.